Hey everybody, it's Pete from Old Man Overland. I'm outside of Desert Rat on 22nd and Kolb here in Tucson. Always come by this store. These guys are fantastic. Great chain based here in Tucson, Phoenix, one store in Albuquerque. You'll find them in Old Man's Garage. Just a friendly bunch of folks. And I've been driving my FJ for years, and I've got extra heavy springs in the back. But between carrying the goose gear and the rooftop tent, the metal bumper, and now I've put my UBCO motorcycle on the back, the electric bike on the back, which I'll show you in another show. It's dragging, especially dragging across the country. So how do I change that? Well, I think today we're going to fix that, or at least improve it a lot, by adding airlift airbags inside of the shocks. So let's go in and meet the guys inside and see what it's all about. So guys, I'm here with Oscar at the 22nd and Kolb store here at Desert Rat. And Oscar and I have been visiting your store for years and years, and every time I come in here, I kick the tires, but I don't necessarily buy. Well, today I'm dropping a dime on these Airlift 1000s that I'm pretty excited about. So tell us a little bit about what these products do.
So basically, this is it's going to be a spring helper. It's going to allow you to make basically your ride a little bit stiffer for the FJ, basically. So, and we're going to make it stiffer. That way, we're going to prevent the sagging on the rear end. Therefore, the vehicle is going to be sitting level, and it's going to help with the ride overall.
So here's this Wireless One Airlift onboard compressor. What's going to be cool about this, it just attaches with some U-bolts underneath the chassis. And I'm sure Casey's going to find a great spot for that. But it's also, you can drive it with your phone app, or you can drive it with the Bluetooth connection. And I'm really looking forward to this, because a lot of times, you've got to load, especially me when I'm carrying all this stuff, and you're just off kilter a bit. It's going to allow me to put more pressure in one versus the other. And these bags, well, again, they're not lifting the truck, they're stiffening the springs, are supposed to support another 1,000 pounds. So if you think about what that is, that's the bumper, or that's going to be the goose gear plus maybe my rooftop shower. So it's all going to make a difference. I'm excited to see how that works. And also the key here would be to pressurize these before you start loading down. That way your spring in its fully extended state will have the most rigidity to it versus doing this after everything's loaded down on. So we'll see what happens. Let's introduce you to Casey, who's going to do the work. Hey Casey, how you doing?
Good, Neil.
Good, man. So have you done these things before?
I've done quite a few of these.
I was just going to say, if I'm your first one, let me know ahead of time. So talk about beards. This guy's got a heck of a beard. I thought I had a beard. I have a baby beard compared to this thing. This thing could clean a chimney, for crying out loud. It's pretty significant. But his wife likes his. My wife, not so much, but such is the game. So we'll work with that. Anyway, Casey, we're going to hang out with you and watch you do this, if that's
Sounds
okay.
good.
Great. So what do we got here? They're pretty soft, and they're going to fit inside the spring, right?
Yes, sir.
Interesting. So it compresses not only side to side, but it'll compress up and down as well?
Down too.
Super. Okay, great. And then what are these? Are these
Spacers for the bottom, so that it's not sitting directly on the coil perch on the axle.
And do we put one per or two per?
One per side.
Okay, cool. So that also gives us a little bit of extra lift, I guess, right? Because that won't compress.
Just for the airbag, yeah.
Okay, cool. So because we had such a tough time drilling through the bumper, Casey's developing a little workaround here. So we've got a little L bracket that we've created from a heat shield of another airbag system. We're tucking the compressor right up here behind the roll bar, behind the side rails, and the what is this thing called? The manifold?
The air manifold.
Air manifold is going to stitch right up in there with it. Perfect.
Slide it up in the top.
Perfect. All right, so we look like we're getting connected up here. There's our wire. Got a little T-box holding, or T holding that together. And then in here, there's our two boxes. We had to attach this manifold with a little L bracket to tuck it in there, but it's all below the side rails, so that'll be good. Get ourselves wired in and fire it up, see what happens. Well, hey everybody, that about wraps up my install of the Airlift airbags here at Desert Rat on 22nd and Kolb in Tucson. My buddy Oscar took great care of me today, so Oscar, thanks so much for all the hard work.
Thank you very much. And as you can see, guys, it's a pretty easy install.
It's going to help a lot for all you guys, overlanders, off-roaders. So just keep that in mind. It's a great setup. So
yeah, super. And guys, check out Desert Rat. They've got how many locations? 5 locations?
We got 7 locations total. We have 2 locations in Tucson, Arizona, 4 locations in the Phoenix area, and 1 location in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Great. So super folks, gave me a great deal. Couldn't find anything better. Super on the labor. Casey did a great job putting it together. You know, heck, I even stuck around, had lunch with these guys. So super crew. Make sure you check them out. And if there's anything you need, let us know. Pete at Old Man Overland. We'll catch up to you soon. Hey everybody, it's Pete from Old Man Overland again. Just one final farewell stop at, you saw that I was at my other favorite Desert Rat store, but now I'm at my other favorite Desert Rat store with my friend Brian over here on Palo Verde in Tucson. Had a little airbag trouble this morning, but Justin just kind of did his little magic and made that happen. So we're getting on the road. I have known this young man next to me for several years. He's put up with me kind of tire kicking, not spending any money, walking in the store, walking out, but now I'm back in full force. And you're back at the store.
I'm back running the Palo Verde store, so glad we could get you set up and on
the road, man.
On the road.
Yeah, I'll tell you, the one thing I want to make sure all of our listeners know is whenever you can shop local, shop local. There's lots of big box stores out there. This is a chain located here in Arizona, 1 store in New Mexico, desertrat.com. Come and visit Brian over on the Palo Verde store or Oscar over on the Kolb store, and they'll take great care of you. Thanks again, guys, for fixing it.
Take care, Pete.
Appreciate it.
Happy
Take care.
trails.
You bet.